Hello everyone, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft survival series, guys. We're on the 41st episode, and can I just thank you once again for the support you have been showing for the series. It is really very much appreciated. Like, it makes me feel absolutely amazing, and I really do appreciate it, guys. As always, if you guys are excited for these episodes and you do enjoy them, a like rating would be super appreciated. It really does help out more than you guys could possibly know, and yeah, it'll be amazing. So, since the last episode, I have been doing a bunch of work on this one, my friends. I've been doing a bunch of off-camera work. It is raining really heavy here in the UK. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. It sounds like maracas going off. I don't know, man. But anyways, this is what I've been working on since the last episode. We have ourselves a big old cove. The animal farms have been moved. They are now up there now. You might be able to, you might not be able to see them actually, but there's animals up there. You can see the little cows over there. Everyone's there, the cows, chickens and sheep. And yeah, there's no stone here. Everything's been flattened out. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to be working on in today's episode. At long last, we are going to make a start on Patron Cove. That is right, my friends. For those of you guys who do not know, I do indeed have a Patreon account set up, but I barely ever advertise it because, I don't know, I don't really feel right doing so. Like, I've always had like a weird thing about advertising things that require a monetary investment, I guess. But whatever the case may be, I do have a Patreon account set up. I've got a few patrons on there, and I figured it would be a really nice idea to be able to display all of the people who decided to go that extra mile and you know, help me financially, I guess. So I think it'd be a really nice idea to do that. Now, you guys may have spotted this thing here. The Patron Head Dispenser. So basically what this thing is, yes, I had to use creative mode to spawn this in, but this is literally going to be the only non-survival aspect of this series, in that I want to go ahead and put like a armor stand down with a dyed color of armor, the dye color being, you know, matching the head of the person who, you know, decided to become a patron. So basically the patron's heads will be dispensed from this thing. I need to change the command every now and again, so if we get any more patrons that go for the tier where you get sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, commemorated in this area, then yeah, we'll dispense the head from here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever patron to be added to this place is a user by the name of Nomura. Nomura, thank you very much for your patronage, buddy. You are the first ever $10 patron to be added to Python's Cove. But we're not going to be going ahead. Here's his head, by the way. Looks pretty cool, right? Looks like kind of a cultist kind of deal. So yeah, I decided to go for a blue armor to sort of match his head. So I don't know, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. But anyways, before we do that, before we start placing down armor stands, we need to decorate this place and make it look amazing. That is right, my friends. It is about that time. So what I'm thinking of doing is I am thinking of putting just a little fountain here or something, and then maybe just a bunch of concrete on the floor. We need to add some sort of separator. I'm thinking something along the lines of regular stone slabs, and then behind the stone slabs is going to be where the concrete resides. So what we need to do is we need to head over here. We're going to plop down this ender chest. We're going to grab out the concrete related stuffs. We only have 46 white concrete. Oh man, we're going to need to get some more, huh? Right, anyways, we're going to place this down. We are going to grab out this. Could I maybe grab myself out as well a crafting table? That would be surely nice. Boom! Right, okay, and there we go. We've got all that going on. We've got the stone slabs all ready to go. So all we need to do is start doing this thing, my friends. So this is going to be the separator. This is going to be where the pathway goes through. And then this is going to be the other side of the separator. So there we go. We've got a very large space for any patrons who decide to pledge, which is pretty awesome. So if you guys do wind up going for the $10 pledge, you know, when you pledge, please do be sure if there is like a comment area or somewhere you can send a message, if you could leave your in-game Minecraft name, then that would make the process of adding your head and armor to this area a lot quicker, my friends. Alright guys, so let's make a bit of a start, shall we? So these sea lanterns over here, I'll put one behind here just to provide a bit of light, because eventually I'd quite like to get rid of all of these torches. But what we're going to do is the sea lanterns are basically going to act as the base for each of the armor stands. So for example, we'll put one there and we can start putting Nomura's stuff on here. So there we go. And then there we go. And then basically what we're going to do is put a sign above each of them to commemorate the name and when they pledged. So I'll have to get that info in just a sec. But before we do that, I would quite like to work on the central section here. We want to make ourselves a little water fountain feature type thing, as I was mentioning. So what I was thinking is maybe, just maybe, we could have a sea lantern like this. Sea lantern here. Yeah, it's looking okay so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, should we have it like that? That seems like a pretty decent size, right? And then this this pathway here needs to sort of meander over this way. So, yeah. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to have the pathway go all around the edge. I would very much like it if that would grass over. Ugh, God damn it. Oh, well, I'll have to get myself a grass block manually then, won't I? Of course I will. I'll have to do all the hard work myself. Of course. I kid. Anyways, so, there we go. Got that going. We've got the pathway, which is basically going to go all the way around the edge here. And then this is going to go all the way around the edge as well. Anyways, so, let's place that in there. We're going to put some fences on top of each of these with a piece of, or a block of jungle leaves on top of each as well. Okay, looking good. And then we're going to put some stone slabs in the center, like this. Okay, let's get rid of that one there. Let's do this. Okay, looking decent. Okay, so here's the first thing. We're going to need to go and replace the grass underneath here with white concrete, because that's going to drive me a little bit insane having that there. But anyways, we need to go ahead and finish putting in the rest of this concrete here. The entire floor is going to be concrete, aside from, of course, where the sea lanterns for the bases of the armor stands are going to go. So, yeah, I am now out of concrete, which is fantastic. I do have another shulker box with just generic concrete materials, but sadly, we don't have a lot of sand, so I'm going to need to go and grab myself some, huh? And just finishing getting myself some more white concrete so I can finish off the floor. And there we go. Okay, I think I've got everything. Yeah, 2 more stacks of white concrete. Is there any strays behind there? Nope, there isn't. Okay, cool. Right, so we can get back down here. As you can see, the majority of it is now done. Like I said, we've just got these, like, underside bits to do now. And that is pretty much it. Okay, fantastic. So, like I say, next of all, we want to try and work on the walls a little bit. I've already done a little something here with the patron head dispenser. We've still got the button here, but I've now been able to have the pathway go all the way up to it because I've moved the sign up here, and I don't know, I just think this is quite a nice area for it to reside, I guess. So, I mean, we've got all of this white concrete left, but I don't feel like we should really be using much more white concrete because this is quite white as it is. I'm almost tempted to maybe put some sea lanterns under some leaves just to add a bit of greenery to the area. I mean, there's greenery everywhere. Greenery. I just say greenery. I'm so good at talking, guys. I really, really am. Oh, dear. But we've got greenery everywhere else, but we don't really have a great deal in here, aside from these little sort of mini bonsai tree thingamadoohickeys. So, yeah. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and try to come up with some sort of design for the walls. So give me just a second here, guys, and I will see what I can come up with. Alrighty, guys, so welcome back. We got ourselves a progress update here, and, well, you can see what's been going on behind me, pretty much. I have started on a bit of a design for this place, and I feel like this looks really, really good. Like, I feel like this is quite like a prestigious area because, you know, we've got like the gold blocks, which is something I don't think I've ever actually built with before. I don't think I've ever used gold blocks in a build, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. Not like in like a I don't know. Maybe I've used it as like an accent here and there. Maybe you could class this as an accent. It's kind of accenting the sea lanterns and leaves. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, the good news is I do have myself a decent supply of gold blocks. I've got 24 of them left, which I do believe is going to be more than enough to go all around this place. As you can see, Nomura's armor stand is looking very, very nice in its little corner there. We've got ourselves these little sort of corner corner leaf piles with the fences on them, which I think looks really, really nice. And, you know, just in general, like, as we go along and add more and more people who become patrons to this area, I think this place is going to look really, really nice once it's more populated. I really, really do. But anyways, guys, let's just take a quick break from doing that, because I want to quickly go ahead and put some flower pots on here, like I said I would. So I'm just thinking maybe we do like a bit of a pattern. So maybe spruce, oak, birch, and then spruce, oak, birch. How does that look? Yeah, that looks kind of nice, doesn't it? Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do, I think I mentioned it before, is get myself some bones. Do I have any bones in my dice chest? Oh, I've got 1 bone meal. Ah, man. Well, isn't that just a bunch of poo? Okay, flowers and plants. Let's just have a quick look in there. I just want to get myself a couple oak saplings. Or actually, I mean, we've got birch growing in other places, so maybe we use birch instead, because I always feel like birch is a much more reliable tree to grow, in that more often than not, it grows to, like, exactly the right height that you want it to, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's all I can do. I have no bones anywhere else. I mean, unless I've got some in here, which, I gotta be honest, I have no idea if I do. If I do, awesome. If not, then I guess we're going to have to go hunting the old-fashioned way. I do have some. Okay, cool. And it's just started raining. Well, that's funny, because it's raining here in the UK as well. In fact, it's raining like all over the world, I swear. Oh, my word. Right, can I... Oh, hello. Oh, mate. Well, I mean, I've got one of them going. This looks pretty good. I think this is a good height for a tree as well. So it is a 5-block stalk tree. That's pretty okay. So yeah, anyways, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of this on camera with you guys. So let's go ahead, for example, and do this area here. So we're going to start off by putting in the gold blocks and also the sea lanterns. There we go, looking good. And then all we do is put in the quartz stairs. And then we start bringing in some of these things over here. So maybe what we do real quick is we place ourselves down a quartz block there. And we're going to have another quartz block up here. So then we do this, this, and then this, and then residing behind this is going to be some quartz pillar blocks, because I think that'll look kind of nice. Oh, that's a mess up. Boom. Nope, that's the wrong block. Boom, boom. There we go. And then we begin on our next pattern. So we can maybe just go ahead and rinse and repeat the previous process, in that we put gold, gold, sea lanterns, stair, 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 stair. That's in the wrong place. Python, you derp. You keep misplacing stuff. Why you do this? You're such a noob. You're such a noob at placing blocks, man. Right, boom, boom. And then once again behind here, we're going to have ourselves some quartz pillars. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this place. Like I say, it's not very often I build with the more valuable resource blocks, but I feel like this is the kind of build that deserves it. Because like I say, I want this place to feel like people deserve to be here. I mean, of course they would deserve to be here, but like, as in, like, the place deserves it. Does that make sense? I don't know, like the occasion sort of calls for this sort of epic stuff to be built. So, yeah, that's what I meant. I'm really bad at explaining things. Jeez, man. Anyways, I want to go ahead and continue on with this, my friends, and we'll see if we can get the walls finished, all right? Alrighty, guys, just putting in the final touches for this area, and... Oh! I misplaced again, man! Is that like a recurring theme for this freaking episode, dudes? Oh, my word. But, yeah, there's a sneak preview of what's been going on. I'll show you the full thing in just a second here. But, in the meantime, I'm just trying to make, like, a little kind of entrance way with this thing. There we go. That looks pretty cool. So, I managed to get the tree arch going, which is pretty awesome. 2 birch trees of the exact same height, sort of forming an archway over this thing. I even put a sea lantern in there, so it looks a bit better. So, if we head inside here, my friends, this is Patron Cove, ladies and gentlemen, and boy does it look cool. Look at this, we've got sea lanterns and gold blocks everywhere. I mentioned before how I wanted this to sort of feel like a prestigious area, and I feel like I've achieved it pretty well. We've got ourselves the fountain in the middle. Everywhere within this place is completely mob proof. No one will ever spawn in here because all of the light levels are above 7, which is amazing. I kind of decided I wanted to keep the top dirt area area as a bit of a, oh hey, this is still kind of natural, but I decided to just sort of carve this out. So it's almost as if the Patron Cove is holding up all of the dirt there. Like, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like that. So like I say, as we go ahead and get more and more patrons down the line and we start adding them to this area, I think this place is going to really start coming alive. And that kind of brings me on to something I wanted to just quickly go over, in that A, it is absolutely not necessary for you to become a patron, but for those of you guys who do and decide to go that extra mile for me, the reward is, yeah, you'll be commemorated inside of this area. B, even if you donate for only 1 month or become a patron for only 1 month, I will still add you to this area here. So even if you wind up not wanting to be a patron anymore, but you've gone ahead and you've done the whole $10 thing at least once, then you will still be added to this area so you can be commemorated. Again, just as a bit of a thanks for, you know, donating in the first place. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, thirdly, I mean, like I said before, I don't really advertise my Patreon that much, but, you know, if you do want to check it out and check out the rewards, you can do so using the link in the description. If I remember, I will also try and put up an iCard for you guys on screen as well, if I'm allowed to, if YouTube will allow Patreon links in the iCards. So, yeah. But there we go, my friends. That is Patron Cove pretty much up and running. So now we have this surrounding area here. There's torches all over the place, and I think it needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. I think it needs a bit of a pick-me-up, my friends. I really, really do. So, yeah, I'm almost tempted to say that I want to put a proper fence in here as opposed to just these stone slabs, because I don't feel like they do the job that well. At the very least, what I can do is move the stone slabs down so they're flush with the floor, and then we can put some fences on top of this, right? And maybe we can sort of add in some sea lanterns in here as well, again, just to add a little bit of light here and there. Okay, so maybe next to these fences, we could start putting in some shrubbery like this. Maybe we just put some, like, single ones here and there as well. And then, oh, we don't have any freaking bone meal. Ah, man. So we can't put any bone meal in, sadly, but I do actually want to quickly do the common question of the video, because I think that addresses it. I personally don't think that you should bone meal the ground at all, because with old builds like you usually make, yeah, they fit in. But with modern houses, not many people that live in modern apartments let their grass grow, and that comes from Mini K Marty. It's a pretty interesting point, but the thing is, there's only really 2 sizes of long grass, and I don't feel like I want to have just the grass block by itself. Like, I don't feel like it works very well. Like, if there was different variations upon the grass, like for those of you guys who have ever heard of the better foliage mod, you will of course know that what that does is on every single grass block, it will actually add a little bit of variation to it. Like, it'll add like tiny little strands coming out of it. And that, in my opinion, is what Minecraft Vanilla needs, because I think that is an amazing thing. I really think it needs to be in a vanilla feature. So, yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't know. But what I can do at the very least is I can get myself some bone meal. I can get rid of these double tool ones, and then we can just have single tool ones, because absolutely, it makes sense. You know, it doesn't make sense to have overgrown areas in a modern area, because like I say, modern areas are sort of clean, almost clinical, if you will. So, you know, it makes more sense to me that we would only have the single tall grass as well as the flowers, not double tall grass. So, yeah, I need to wait for nighttime to come, because sadly I don't have any bones left. In fact, at all. I need to get some skellies to spawn, kick their butts with my looting 3 sword, and then yeah, we'll get to work on that, my friends. So, yeah, what's the time of day right now? I have no idea. Where is the sun? Oh, it's over there. It's not too far away from being nighttime, in which case... Right, I think a quick skeleton killing montage is in order, and then we'll get on with decorating the remainder of the bottom Bolly Bay area, guys. Let's get it going. Well, that was a bit close to death there, my friends. The skeleton took me down to 1 heart. Holy crap. Oh, man, it's been a long time since I've got down to that low amount of health. But, yeah, it turns out looting 3 is, like, one of the greatest things ever. I feel like I've only been farming for about half a night, and I've got 44 bones. That's not bad going, if you ask me. So, let's go ahead and split this off. We're going to get ourselves some bone meal. And, yeah, we're going to start working on this. I think I'm going to keep the double tall grass in here because I just think it looks all right. So, let's head round here. We've got a little bit here we can go ahead and do. Where else have we got double tall grass? We've got one here, one here. We also have, I mean, I decided to move the sunflowers as well because I feel like that's a good idea. We'll start replacing some of these as well. I'm almost tempted instead to just shear them and then just place them down myself. I feel like that's a much better way of doing it. And certainly a lot less, you know, resource intensive, shall we say. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, didn't mean to do that either. Dang it! Python, you're being a derp. I also decided to get the fence in here as well. We decided to go for iron bars with some sea lanterns, sort of spacing it out. So similar to how we've got, you know, iron bars over here, we've got iron bars here as well. It is a bit of a shame, it has to be said. It's a bit of a shame that iron bars do not connect to sea lanterns. I think that sea lanterns should be a much more viable building block in that I think it should be classed in air quotes as solid so things can connect to it. So glowstone, maybe leave that not so solid, but maybe sea lanterns should be solid. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I have no idea, but I don't know. I think it'd be a cool idea. Welcome to Patron Cove. There we go. There's nothing like an official entrance into this area with a sign. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Welcome to Patron Cove. You come in here and boom, you can see everybody who's ever, you know, pledged a patron thing to me, which is cool and stuff. But anyways, guys, I think on that note, it is going to be time to end this particular episode here, my friends. It has been a long one for me. I mean, getting all the resources needed to do this took a long time. It really, really did. So, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, I would really, really appreciate it if you would drop a like rating on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you do not want to miss out on my future content. And just this one time, I will just say it. If you do want to check out my Patreon, there will be a link in the description. I do believe it's just patreon.com/PythonGB, though, if you just want a link. So yeah, there you go, folks. I really do appreciate your continued support throughout the series and throughout my channel. And even if you don't donate by the, you know, the whole patron thing, then just watching the videos, dropping like ratings, subscribing, sharing the video, all that kind of stuff really does mean the world to me. Sorry. And yeah, it really does do. So you're still awesome if you do that. Even if you're just watching the videos, again, it's really, really awesome. Obviously, you know, not having ad block on as well is another thing you could do to help. But yeah, all of these things, you know, and that's just not just for me either. Like, for other people you really enjoy watching as well, turning off ad block is a really, really nice way to support your creators. I'm not a big fan of ad block. I've never ever had it installed, not even once on my computer, because I like to support fellow creators, because, you know, we all know that the whole adpocalypse thing is going on, and there's all this controversy around YouTube with demonetization and all that kind of stuff. So people are reverting to different things to try and bring in revenue. So things like Patreon, things like donating within streams, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's probably going to become more of the norm, I guess. But for me personally, I've just got a Patreon, and yeah, it's all good. But guys, sorry, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate your continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.